Hello, beauties. Happy Friday. It's Friday, guys, which means we get to go home. We get to sleep in late tomorrow. But before we do that, we have a special guest and a special presentation of The Buzz Live. I'm your host, Shamika Sanders, and y'all already know who's sitting next to me. Common. He fine, y'all, ain't he? I just got to throw that out there. I'm just like, he's sitting next to me today talking about his new album, Black America Again, in stores. November
4th.
November 4th. So we're going to talk about the album. And, of course, we're taking comments and questions from you guys. So leave them in the comments section. He will be answering them. So let's get into it, sir.
Yes.
First of all, let me tell you that you are one of our woke bays. Do you know what that means on Team Beautiful?
Break it down.
Okay, so, woke means you're socially conscious. Okay. And then bay is, obviously, is bay. So you are a woke bae.
I like that.
Do you like that?
I really like that.
You have to use that and, use that on the hashtag.
Woke
bae comment over here. So we're talking about the new album, Black America Again. What is the inspiration behind that name? That's a good one right there.
Well, that name is it really means, the things that black people have been through in this country. It's been going on for years, hundreds of years. The injustices, some of the pain, some of the struggle. But it's called Black America Again because that cycle has repeated itself. But the again also comes because we're writing a new story now. I feel like right now we write new stories about who black people are and showing people what we always have been, but now we're able to tell our stories in different ways where you see something like Queen Sugar or Atlanta out there, or just even the artists or what they're doing, whether it's Solange or whether it's Kendrick Lamar, Chance, or or what you all are doing. It's we show who we are. So that's Black America again, just expressions of who we are.
I love that you mentioned, first of all, Atlanta. I love Atlanta. Do you watch?
Yeah, that's I haven't seen. I saw the first episode. This thing is dope.
Isn't it so good? I mean, Childish Gambino definitely is doing his thing on that. Yeah. But as you mentioned, black people come in so many, facets. We are so dynamic, and you have a love for Ava DuVernay, and I see that throughout the album. You mentioned these black women. Common is a lover of black women. He is on our team, y'all. He's an ally.
Yes.
You believe in the black girl magic.
I'm 110%, 360 of degrees of my being is black woman. I really love black, and I mean that in the most truthful and sincere way. I mean, obviously, my mother is black, and I just, found that love at the beginning, this strong, beautiful, incredible woman showing me what it is just to be loved. And then, from my experiences growing up in my neighborhood, I was in a black neighborhood, so I was around beautiful black women. I
mean, talk about it, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, looking at some of these comments from our fans. I love you, Common. This is, I think this is Desire Me Jones. I love you, Common. You are an inspiration to so many. Hi, Desire Me. What is your real name? Desire Me is probably not it.
Desire Me. I like that, though.
Listen, he's with it. Okay, Pam Raspberry says, hey. Hey, girl, hey.
What's up, Pam?
And Tulupo mischecking in Brown Sugar Anderson. Keep them coming, guys. We'll be reading them, your comments and questions. But yes, going back to this Black Girl Magic, what does Black Girl Magic mean to you?
I think it's strength in black women that I really love, because, black women have been through so much, and it's in the DNA, it's in the spirit of black women, that strength. It's a beauty that comes in, all these different, color, shapes and light, dark, just the personality. I like just how free sometimes black women are free to be who they are and be themselves, and it's it's kind of like a real connection on spirit to spirit understanding level a lot with black women, and I think just the best, man. That's just what it is.
But if you follow Common, he's always been this way.
Yeah.
Back from the first albums, you definitely have been singing the black woman's praises. And why is that so important to you, though, in all of your music?
Well, I think one of the first times I felt really, I did this song called The Light, and it was look, black girls was coming running up to me at the show, and I felt what it felt like for them to be loved and be honored. So I was like, man, this is important. It's important that they hear from men and black men, and hear from men how revered and how loved and how beautiful they are. So, I feel I just do it. I do it naturally. I'm not like.
It feels natural.
Yeah, so I wouldn't like. I do it in my music because I feel it, and I do it in my life because I feel it. So, and I think we have to uplift our black women.
Thank you. Somebody got to, because we have a lot of people out here who left. They left us for dead. My Mama D voice from Love and Hip Hop. You asked what I do in my spare time. I watch reality TV too.
Yeah,
I do that. Okay. But in your music, you also talk about an array of things. Like I said, you are woke based, so you are socially conscious. You talk a lot about violence, black men. Pray for Chicago. Can you talk about that a little bit right now?
Well, I mean, being from Chicago, there's been so much violence going on in there. Like, a lot of young people just been getting killed. Innocent people like, no matter what, just young kids.
Yeah.
Like, so for me, it's always been like, man, what can we do to stop this? We know that this issue is not something that we created, but now we participating in it by going out and killing each other. And I'm like, man, I think, I don't have all the solutions, but I definitely feel like, man, just putting some love in the hood and giving some jobs and giving some like other opportunities will help the situation. So I'm always working towards that in Chicago, but across the country, because Chicago is not the only place. It's just happening at a high level in Chicago.
It is, and also from Chicago is Kanye. So how do you guys work together to go back into the community?
Yeah, well, I have a foundation called the Common Ground Foundation, and Kanye has one that he supports called Donda's House. Mine is geared towards the youth, and so is his. Mine, like, we develop the kids with academics. We take them to different programs and have them doing yoga and like learning to cook.
Yoga. I mean, calm, center yourself and calm it down.
Hey, for real, like I was checking out this dude was talking about how this principal at this school, instead of putting kids in detention, he put them in meditation, and they started chilling. Like, I mean, it was less people getting in trouble. Yeah, but anyway, we got the shorties doing yoga, which is dope. And then like Kanye's foundation works with kids when it comes to the arts, like, so they out there rhyming. We actually had a festival called the iFest, where it's like a festival that I throw, but his kids participating, my kids participating, and the next day we have all these like big name artists perform. This year we had J. Cole and Ice Cube came and did a guest thing on mine. R. Kelly came and hopped on the set, but it was dope. Vic Mensa, it was dope.
Love that. J. Cole is always down for, like, he's another woke bae. Like, he's always down for the cause, talking that good stuff that we need to hear, that our black people need to hear. Let's go to these comments. Let's see. Okay. Charlotte Jordan says, yes, always go back and help your community.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what he does.
We're talking about, Charlotte.
What can we do, and this is Desire Me Jones, what can we do to awaken social consciousness in our young men?
I think, one of the most important things is to lead by example. Like, not preach it to people, but just be it. Like, just be a good person to another person, or whatever programs you want to support those programs. Like you want to change the educational system, start doing it. But we need to support people that we see out there that's doing good stuff, and like being those examples, and we got to be those examples ourselves. So then it's like, yo, young people, like growing up, I looked up to, like, from Michael Jackson to KRS-One to, to like Public Enemy, Ice Cube, all of them. So the heroes we see out there, if they doing something that's a good example, then it kind of influences us. So I think we just have to be those examples.
Thank you. That was a good question, Desire Me. Rose Wisdom Jones is saying, yes, Common, we love you. It's wonderful to hear a black man say nice things about all women. Listen, a woman brought you here. How can you put us down? Keep it up, brother. Thank you. We do love that. Now, to get back to the album, what's your favorite cut on the album?
I actually really like this song called "The Day the Women Took Over," and I have that, like, it's like, man, it's like talking like if women took over the world, like how it would be different, like how it'd be more love out there. It's kind of like, it makes me feel, it's featuring BJ the Chicago Kid, and it gives me this Marvin Gaye type of feeling, but it's hip hop, but just it got soul to it, and I think the spirit and energy of it and the musicians that played on it, man, I love it. The Day the Women Took Over.
Well, the way the current election is set up, we may have a woman who is going to take over. Yeah. Hopefully, we are praying. Leave prayer emojis there. Yeah. Y'all get out and vote, because we can't have the other person in office So, what do you think about that anyway? We got Hillary versus Trump right now.
I mean, my thing is, look, Hillary is the best candidate for president. Simple as that. Like, you know, when you listen to her and her policies, the experience she has, and you listen to the other candidate, and you like, nah, you're not even ready for this. You're not the type of human being that needs to be the leader of a country and the leader of the free world. So it's as simple as that. I'm not, you know, the man is who he is. When you talk about the best candidate to run the country in this race, is Hillary Clinton.
Agreed.
And we got to vote, y'all.
Yes.
We got to vote.
And hashtag sign that up, pound that.
All
that is important. So John Legend is on the album again. You guys made history with, what was it, last year?
Yeah, last year with the song Glory for Selma.
Yes, for Selma. Yeah. So you and Ava DuVernay have like a special connection anyway. Yeah. And your song right now, the single or the title track for the album is featured in 13.
Oh yeah, well the song I did for her movie, the 13th, is like called Letter to the Free, and it's the end title song, and like, you know, it's something about the work that she does is always like relevant, because that movie is powerful, man. Yeah. But it's showing, you know, it's from slavery to Jim Crow to mass incarceration. So I was inspired to write about that, you know, because it's relevant to what's going on in our lives right now. So I'm really, not only inspired, I'm honored to be a part of her film, the 13th. So y'all gotta check that out for sure.
Yeah, we love Ava DuVernay too because she actually named us. We go way back.
Really?
So, yeah, Ava DuVernay named HelloBeautiful.com. So we love her and she loves us. Okay, so let's take some last few comments and questions from the audience. Shatika wants to know, when does the album drop?
Yeah, the album comes out November 4th, Black America Again. That's the name.
Okay, and Tisha Johnson wants to know, do you have a woman in your life? Go straight for it, girl.
Yeah. What's her name?
Tisha Johnson.
Tisha, no, I don't have a girlfriend, I'll say. You know, I don't have a woman in my life like a girlfriend.
Is that because you're always so busy? Is that because you're working on the album?
I mean, I think sometimes it's busy, and I also just feel like I haven't met that match at the right time when I'm like not as busy, where we could just settle down and be in that full-fledged relationship. But you know, I'm open to that for sure.
So you're looking.
Yeah, I am. I'm looking like looking, letting it come. Like I've been noticing the best things in life kind of just flow to you. You put it out there and it comes to you. That's how I'm looking for a lady. Like I'm just letting it flow naturally, and when it feel right, that'll be the lady.
Well, that's great stuff. So let's get into a little bit of fun stuff. What do you do in your spare time? You asked me.
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, I like to go to the water because I live in Cali a little bit in LA, so I like going to the ocean. I like going to the movies. I like going to dinner all the time because I like.
You like to eat.
Yeah, I like.
So you want a woman who could cook too.
Yeah.
So we'll put that on the list.
Yeah, that's definitely. I ain't gonna front. That's on the list because I'm gonna do the things I'm supposed to do as a man. You know, protect, provide. If she can cook, that's a plus. You know, if she can't, we got to work something out. Like, you know.
Why you can't cook?
I mean, I ain't really a good cook. I ain't gonna lie. So I can't. You know, you wanted the food to be good, but I'll make sure we go to the best of restaurants.
Okay. So you like to wine. You'll wine and dine.
Yeah, I definitely will. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. And how do you show love?
I show love by just, first of all, listening.
Come through with the listen, because men don't be listening.
I be listening, and then I just try to pay attention to that, and like really honestly just like try to channel what I think God want me to be, and just like all right, this is like, meaning if I'm listening and somebody is saying something to me that I care about, I'm just gonna give them what I think God is telling me to say, and that's how I really show love, and doing my best not to do things always in my best interest, but do things in our best interest. So that's how I show love.
Comments on his grown man issues, basically what he's talking about. Okay, last thing. If you weren't rapping, what would you be doing?
I mean, okay, you know, I am an actor too, so if I wasn't rapping and acting, I think I would be like a writer, author. Because I love to write, you know.
I get that, because you have such an admiration for Ta-Nehisi Coates.
Yeah.
So that book changed your life.
Yeah, that book really inspired a lot of what I'm doing on this album, as far as just making me be like, man, oh yeah, you could be a writer, you could be an artist again, and you know, and obviously speak to the times, and just, but it has to be good, and like Ta-Nehisi Coates, the play Hamilton, what Kendrick Lamar has been doing, and like, you know, not even James Baldwin, but going back, checking out some of that old greatness.
Yeah, classic
Yeah.
literature. Okay, so I lied. That wasn't my last question. My last question
It's all
actually
good.
is, who do you listen to? Like, who's on Common's playlist?
Man, well, I mean, I guess like all of us right now, I've been listening to Solange. I really like Solange.
Come
It's
through.
like,
You got a seat at the table?
yo, I got a seat at the table. Like, I got a seat, and I really love Cranes in the Sky. That song is so
We were
dope.
just singing this. Like, we
Yeah.
couldn't get it out of our head.
I love that song, and you know, I liked some of Frank Ocean's last project, some of that. But what else? Honestly, I be listening to like all types of music, jazz music. I like John Coltrane. I be listening to gospel, Tasha Cobbs, and
Okay.
William Murphy, and then I just listen to what some. You know, I don't really listen to a lot of what's on the radio, but I mean when I'm around it, I'll check it out. But I love Kanye. You know, I know that's my guy, but he makes some great music. Chance.
Okay.
I love Chance.
Love it. So, guys, go cop that album on November 4th. Black America Again. Follow Common. Where can I follow you?
They can follow me at Common on Twitter at Common, on Instagram at Common, all around the world at Common.
I love it. Thank you. Guys, go cop it. And have a great Friday,
Thank
great
you.
weekend.
Peace, y'all.
Bye.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
I'm like,